You might think you know Pattaya, but you don't. Not the real Pattaya. What they show you online, the neon lights, the smiles, the good times, that's just the surface. What they don't show you are the traps waiting underneath, especially if you get caught up with freelancers. Out here, one bad decision can empty your wallet, ruin your trip, or leave you with a problem you can't fix. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to make sure you know the truth before you end up learning it the hard way. Today, I'm going to break down the 5 things you absolutely need to know before you even think about getting involved with freelancers in Pattaya. These aren't theories. These are lessons paid for in cash, pain, and hard experience. No sugarcoating, no fake paradise, just the real game and how to survive it. Let's get into it. When you deal with freelancers, you have to realize something right away. There's no safety net, no backup, no bar to go back to if something goes wrong. You're completely on your own. If you meet a girl in a bar, at least you know where she works. There's a boss, there's a system, even if it's a loose one. If anything happens, you have someone you can talk to. But freelancers, they're ghosts, no ties, no accountability. If she disappears with your money, your phone, or worse, your passport, you're chasing shadows. And out here, good luck getting it back. Social media makes it even easier for them. 1 second you're chatting online, everything's great. The next second, you're blocked, deleted, like you never existed. And if you think the police are going to help you find a missing freelancer, man, you're dreaming. This isn't about being paranoid. It's about understanding the game you're stepping into. If you don't know how to protect yourself, physically, financially, even emotionally, you're easy prey. And once you get played out here, it happens fast and without warning. You got to move smart. You got to move like nobody's coming to save you, because they're not. There's another side to this that way too many guys ignore until it's too late. Your health. When you deal with freelancers, you have no idea where they've been, who they've been with, or how seriously they take their own safety. There's no mandatory health checks, no rules, no guarantees. You're trusting a stranger in a city built on short-term transactions. And here's the thing about Pattaya. Everything feels casual. Everyone's smiling. Everyone's relaxed. It's easy to think nothing bad will happen to you until it does. One night of bad judgment can leave you with a souvenir you didn't plan on, something a lot harder to get rid of than a hangover. You need to take your own protection seriously. Always. No exceptions. I don't care how beautiful she is, how sweet she seems, or how much she tells you don't worry. Worry. Respect yourself enough to stay sharp, because out here, nobody's going to warn you. Nobody's going to clean up your mess. You either move smart or you pay for it later. The next mistake guys make is thinking the location doesn't matter. It matters more than you realize. If you follow a freelancer back to some cheap room down a dark alley, you're setting yourself up for a whole list of problems you didn't plan for. No cameras, no witnesses, no backup. You're isolated. And if something goes wrong, and out here it can go wrong fast, you're going to wish you thought twice before walking through that door. There's also the setup scams. Maybe a knock at the door, maybe someone shows up flashing a fake badge, demanding money to make a problem go away. In that moment, you won't know if it's a real cop or just a hustle. Either way, you're cornered. You either pay up or you roll the dice. The smart play is simple. Stick to places you control, your hotel, your condo, somewhere you know, somewhere safe, somewhere public enough that if things go sideways, you're not just another easy mark tucked away in a back room nobody can find. You can't control everything out here, but you can control how much you expose yourself. Be smart about where you go and who you go there with. Money is where a lot of guys get blindsided out here, and it doesn't happen all at once. It's slow, it's sneaky, and by the time you realize you're getting played, you're already deep in the hole. With freelancers, there's no menu, no fixed prices. What you pay depends on how you look, how drunk you are, how desperate you seem. If you start the night flashing cash, buying rounds, bragging about your hotel, congratulations, you just doubled the price before you even sat down. And it doesn't stop after you agree on a price. You might pay once for her company, and then again for the taxi, then again for her sick grandmother, then again because she's hungry and wants to stop for food. It's death by 1,000 small scams. And don't even get me started on the bus hustle. If you walk up asking, how much? You're getting charged tourist rates. Guaranteed. You don't ask. You just hop on, pay 10 baht when you get off, and keep moving. You need to understand, Pattaya is built on spotting weakness. If you show it, they'll exploit it. Not because they're evil, because it's survival. It's the game here. And if you don't know how to play, you're just another wallet walking down Beach Road. Move quietly, pay smart, expect the hustle, and beat it by never giving it the chance. Social media is one of the biggest traps waiting for you out here. And most guys don't even realize they're stepping into it until it's way too late. Online, everybody looks perfect. The filters, the angles, the lighting, It's all designed to sell you a dream. Half the time, you're not even looking at the real person. You're looking at fantasy version they created to pull you in, slimmer, younger, smoother, happier. It's marketing, not reality. And even if the girl is real, you still don't know who you're actually dealing with. You think you're meeting a 24-year-old Instagram model, maybe, or maybe it's someone 10 years older using photos from 5 years ago. Maybe it's someone who's not even the gender you thought. Out here, you better expect the unexpected. Don't trust pictures. Don't trust messages. Don't trust a smile behind a screen. You need to meet face to face. You need to stay sharp because out here, the gap between online and reality can slap you across the face and cost you more than just your pride. Move smart, verify everything, believe nothing until you see it with your own eyes. All right, now, if you're still thinking about dipping your toes into this world, you need to at least know where the action is and what to expect. Walking Street is ground zero. After midnight, freelancers are everywhere, some inside the clubs, some hanging out right on the street. You'll find a lot of them upstairs at Insomnia, packed, loud, chaotic. It's a hot spot, but it's also high risk if you're not paying attention. Lucifer is another big one. Live music downstairs, party upstairs. Plenty of freelancers floating around, but the vibe is a little looser, a little less aggressive. Still, eyes open, just because it feels casual doesn't mean you're safe. Candy Shop and 808 are stacked too. You'll see girls posted up right outside, scanning for guys who look fresh or careless. And if you're wondering where some of the smoother operators hang out, check out the Pattaya Beer Garden by Beach Road. It's quieter, feels more laid back, but don't let that fool you. The hustle's just as real there, it's just dressed up a little cleaner. Every one of these places has one thing in common: it's a marketplace. And if you don't understand the rules of the game, you're not a player, you're the product. Every guy who's been in Pattaya long enough has a story. Some are funny, some are ugly, most are expensive. The truth is, you're gonna make mistakes out here. Everyone does. What separates the ones who survive from the ones who get wrecked is how fast you learn and how willing you are to listen before you think you know better. That's why I built this channel. Not to sell dreams, not to show you another highlight reel of neon lights and cheap drinks, but to give you the real playbook, the stuff that actually protects you when it counts. And look, if you've been here before, if you've got your own war stories, good or bad, drop them down in the comments. Real talk only. No judgment, no bragging, just real men sharing lessons so the next guy doesn't walk blind into the same wall, because out here, it's not about being perfect, it's about being ready. And if you're ready, Pattaya can still be one of the best experiences of your life. If you made it this far, you're already smarter than half the guys who show up here thinking they know everything. Pattaya doesn't forgive mistakes. It doesn't care how much money you have, how tough you think you are, or how good your intentions are. Out here, it's experience that keeps you safe, not luck, not hope. If you want more real talk like this, not the sugar-coated tourist guides, not the highlight reels, hit that subscribe button. This channel's for the ones who want the full picture, the good, the bad, and everything in between. Drop a comment if you've got something to share. I read them, I learn from them. Everyone here does. That's how we get smarter. Stay sharp, stay grounded. And if you're coming out here unprepared, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.